Hello and welcome to another episode of the Big Screen Bros podcast. Today we're going to be doing something a little different that Chaos I don't think it's going to like. We're going to be talking about YouTube drama a little bit. Anyway, yeah, we're going to be talking about a little bit about the Cody situation. We're going to be
Who?
talking a little, yeah, Chaos is going to say who with everybody that I mentioned. Just watch. We're going to be talking about Cody. We're going to be talking about Boogie.
Who?
We're gonna be talking about Destiny, maybe. So apparently, Cody had sexual relationships with Tana when she was. You know Tana, right? Tana Monjo, Chaos.
No.
God damn it, bro. What? Who do you know on YouTube? You don't know anybody.
I know Shane Dawson.
Oh my God, Shane Dawson. Dude, you're stuck in that era where he was making documentaries.
KSI, Jenna Marbles, like the best.
Bro, Jenna Marbles is not even on YouTube anymore. She canceled herself.
Right, I'm sure.
No, she did. She canceled herself because she did some blackface in her skits when she was younger. And she's like, okay, I'm just going to leave the internet before you guys cancel me. So bye. But anyway, the Cody situation. So from what I know, Ash may know more than me. From what I know, Cody basically has sexual relationships with Tana when she was 17. And I think that's the whole drama, right, Ash?
Yeah,
I
and the thing is that a lot of people, because Kodiko usually does like kind of reactionary videos where he would just react to some of the stuff, and more people are angry because his audience usually does not condone this kind of behavior, and he makes videos on other people after calling them a creep. So they were like, oh, okay, get the pitchforks out. This guy does the same thing he criticizes. What the hell?
Oh yeah, so he's been exposed as a hypocrite.
I mean,
Uh,
but look, how else can he talk about it if he doesn't have experience? Are we supposed to like him or hate him? I'm not sure.
but I'm gonna be super blunt and honest. I think this is gonna be a hot take that I don't think most people share. I really don't care much about his drama because she was 17 and it's Tana Monjo,
How old was she?
17.
And he was how old?
He was 25, I think. Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead with the virtual signaling. That's your stuff, Chaos.
What?
Yeah, you're the guy that will virtual signal. I would never do that, and then on the other hand, say I would eat a kid, easy. You're
If I'm
that
hungry,
kind of
why
guy.
not? Look, here's the thing. Who led on who in the situation?
Well, apparently, I've heard a little bit about it. Apparently, before they hooked up, Corey Cole was warned that she was a minor by Gabby Hanna. You know Gabby. I know you know Gabby.
Who?
Jesus Christ, what was her own name? Um, the Gabrielle Show. You know
Oh,
her.
Gabby.
The Gabby Show, yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, but now she goes by Gabby Hanna. But anyway, supposedly they were in a party, and before they hooked up, I think they were kissing or making out or something like that. Gabby warned Cody Cole, "Hey, she's a minor. Just so you know,
Like a minor inconvenience.
well, not a minor inconvenience for him now.
So
But yeah, supposedly she warned him, and he was like, oh,
he
okay,"
knew.
and he still did it. He still followed through anyway.
Then he's at fault. He should be canceled. Look, generally in America, like the only way you can do that is if y'all were dating while y'all were in high school legally. But if it's just a random party and you're making out with someone you know that's 17-year-old and you're 25, there's a bunch of red flags already.
Yeah, there is. There is. I'm not.
Own that kind of behavior because that's what you and your people do. But where I'm from, we don't do that.
Yeah, but you eat kids and do other ways awful stuff.
I mean, look, if we're hungry, we gotta do what we gotta do. Well, we will not be making them.
But I see. For me, the biggest condemnation of the whole thing is that is what I said, that he makes videos on people like this. So that's the whole. I think that's the most valid argument against him. Obviously, the age thing too, but like personally, I don't think it's that big of a deal that 16 because if she was 18, there would be no problem, and that's only one more year.
Then why
But
couldn't he be like every other groomer and wait?
because he would have to wait, and he's horny at the moment. That's the whole point. Well, why he risked it.
No horniness is worth waiting for.
Yeah, you're gonna be making out with a girl, and she's super hot, and you're like, okay, when you're 17, okay, let's wait a year. Let's postpone this until a year, and
Hey.
then in that year, I'm gonna groom you, and people say that I groomed you, so it's not gonna work out anyway, even if you
It would
wait.
work out. This wouldn't be happening if he had done that.
Well, I'm
We
not
would-
saying it's a good thing or something that I would do myself, but when it comes to the charge itself that she's 17 and he's 25, and consider that it's Tana Monjo or whatever, I just
Why
don't see
does-
that.
But why does it matter who she is as a person when the only thing that matters is that he was doing that with an underage female?
I
when
guess
he-
that's why it
well,
should matter.
He was almost 10 years older. That means he has enough sense to know what he's doing. So it shouldn't matter if she's sleeping with everybody.
Well, I mean, sure, that's your perspective. How do you see it, Ash?
I mean, fact. It's not my perspective. It's fact. You could easily say, here's the thing. When I was a little kid, they taught me this word. No. I know it's kind of hard to pronounce, but you can easily say it. Or not. How do you say it in Spanish?
How you say no in Spanish?
Yeah.
No.
See, I know it's very complicated, right? But every language understands it.
No más. No más. What do you think about it, Ash?
The thing was that for them, like from what I had seen, was that
You were there.
no, as like
I was the one that told him go for it, bro.
like they both used to make videos together,
Mm-hmm.
and they were close, what it seemed, and then in one party night they did their doo-doo.
They pooped on each other.
No,
I mean, that's not so bad.
the Gabby Hanna
That would be
one-
worse.
Gabby Hanna said like, hey, she pulled on one guy when she saw him making out with a 17-year-old, and he was like, oh, I didn't know. And then her words. Can I say those words or no?
Go ahead. It's a quote.
Depends, dude. Maybe the PG version of those words.
Okay.
Just
Go
believe it. I'll put the subtitles.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Yeah, and Gabby Hanna says, and that night, he bedded her. That's better,
What is-
right?
Yeah, that's dude. Yeah, nice. Very
He
well
made
done.
Ed. What does that mean?
No, don't. We don't know what it means. He took it to bed, and they
I
did stuff in bed.
Well, I mean, if you're betting someone, that just means like you're making their bed for them, right?
Yeah, that's what Michael Jackson did. Apparently, he just slept with those kids. He didn't do anything. They were just sleeping together.
Michael Jackson is a molester. Okay, he molested those children.
Wow, hot take, bro. You're so brave. You want a medal or something? Like 100, like credit gold or whatever.
I deserve one. People don't speak out on him enough. He's a great
Yeah,
guy.
very brave take, buddy.
But if I was a child, I would not want to have a sleepover at his house unless he had cake.
I would. I thought I definitely would because I want to go to his theme park.
Yeah, true. Maybe I would go. I don't know. But I'm not
But
like
I would sleep on the far end of the bed.
he's like, why is he so far away? Let me go over to him. I got you.
No, but Ash, how do you feel about the age thing?
25 and 17?
And considering who are the people involved and all that.
The people don't matter. Let's be honest.
I think they do. But go ahead. What do you think about
So-
the age thing?
So
As
was
I
Michael
said-
Jackson and a 17-year-old?
No. Cody Co was 25. And
That's what I'm saying.
Tana
The
and
people
Tana-
involved don't matter in this situation.
Yeah, I mean,
Doesn't matter out there.
here's the thing. He knew that what he was doing was illegal, yet he did it. Just because he thought he can.
According to Rock, he was horny.
Of course, why wouldn't he? That's the only reason why you do stuff like
No, the
that.
thing was that like they both
For power.
started making videos together, and they both were content creator, and he was like, okay, we are together, and it won't. And the thing is that at that point you start to rationalize, and he probably rationalized to himself like, hey, you know what? It doesn't seem like a bad deal. She's into me. I can maybe get away with that sort of stuff, and he
Did it work
just.
out though?
I mean, technically, all these years nothing happened. It's just that now,
It didn't work out.
yeah, now it's just out in the
Look,
for
I
everyone.
don't is, and I don't ever want to know who he is, based off of this. He's not a good person.
Yeah,
I've seen his videos. He's like a commentary. I like commentary channel.
he's like a guy who make fun of creeps and who is like, bro, that's underage. Why would you do that kind of
So
thing? And he
he's
exactly
big.
did the same thing.
Oh,
He's what?
So-
Sorry.
so he's using his own behavior to get famous.
Yeah, like shitting on his own behavior to get famous. Like he would make those videos about like people who are like shit, like the pickup artist thing. That one got
Yeah.
famous, and then he made one of those toxic, like those going through the comments kind of thing, where he made fun of those people who were acting like creeps, and then he made videos on. He make like Button too. He make videos on Button.
So
Yeah, bro, you've seen more Cody Go than me. I was just low key a fan.
if you know Shame Ash, what's wrong with you, pervert?
And then he made videos on that.
Look,
What
we
was
don't get.
that reality
don't-
show, MILF Mansion? No, or something like that.
How about the video about his apology? That's what I want to hear about.
Oh, that he didn't even make. He didn't even to say anything. He stopped making videos.
Wait, so he just stopped uploading
Yeah,
and went dark?
yeah. He probably. The thing is that right now it's hot. Like the topic is hot, and he probably thinks like if he doesn't talk anything and he let it fizzle out, he can make a comeback. That's what I'm
Yeah.
guessing what he's thinking.
A comeback to who? Tana?
No, I come back to YouTube.
Yeah.
And honestly, with how fan bases are, he probably could.
I mean,
But what-
technically
in this
the
scenario-
the thing about
But
him
you
is
said
like his fan base is like he's a pretty popular guy, so his fans are like there was a lot of support for him at first, and it's just that as soon as other big YouTubers started talking about it, so those YouTubers fan base started criticizing. But I don't know if his fan base is. I'm pretty sure his fan base would be like, it's not no big deal, and they
Or
will
wouldn't-
continue.
Yeah, exactly. Over time.
The way YouTube works, if he comes back after all this, he would be blocked from children even being able to view him. So what would be the point for him? He just
Not really, because when it comes to
that's not age range. According to you, he likes like 13 and under. Those people
no,
would be blocked from seeing him.
Dana was 17, dude. That's all we know. We can't go any lower than that.
And
And the problem is that when it comes to this drama, it's the YouTube community that cares. YouTube itself
fuck the
doesn't
YouTube.
really care.
Fuck the
You-
YouTube.
YouTube itself will platform anybody, even if they're scamming people. It's the community that regulates it.
I mean,
No,
with
YouTube-
commentary
YouTube
channels
was
and all that.
platform for a very
The
long
two of
time,
you.
and still is.
So what does Keemstar say? I remember him.
Keemstar? What do you think Keemstar is going to say? Keemstar's just going to laugh and say that Cody Cole slept with a minor.
Doesn't he have kids?
Yeah, he's dating like a 21-year-old girl too, Keemstar. He's
What's wrong with
dating nothing because she's of legal age. You know what I mean?
Him waiting till she turned legal age to do that.
He didn't wait. He met her at that age.
So
Waiting implies grooming.
so
What do you
Are
mean
you-
so?
sleeping with a minor is worse than grooming, or better than grooming is worse than sleeping with a minor. Is what you're saying?
No, nothing. Both are pretty awful.
Age. Then grooming.
I'm just saying waiting. That when you say waiting, it implies that he knows the person and he waited until they were 18. And some consider that grooming.
So you
Even
don't.
No, because it's when it comes to grooming,
Oh,
at least the way I see it.
so we, Rock, Ash and I don't have enough knowledge about grooming. Rock, please educate us.
I'm not an expert on grooming. Shut up, stupid. I'm just gonna give you my personal take on like, for example, if you knew a girl and she was 16, right?
I knew a what?
And if you knew a girl,
What's that?
God damn it. If you knew a girl and she was 16, right?
Why would
17, sorry.
I?
Okay, if you knew a girl and she was 17 and you thought she was pretty or whatever, but you know she's a minor, but
Is
so
she,
you're not gonna do anything,
is she
and
my,
you what?
is she my daughter?
No.
No,
Then why
what the
would
hell's wrong with you, bro?
why would I know a 16-year-old?
Let's say you know her age, and
I'm not a priest.
but let's say she told you, right, or whatever. You know this girl that's 17 years old, and you find out that she's pretty or whatever, but you don't want to mess with a minor, right? So you wait until she's 18, and then you go out with her. Okay, I don't see any problem with that. The problem with that is if you know she's 17 and you keep talking to her throughout the whole year,
Mr.
and you
Rook, Mr. Rook, that would still be considered grooming because you know her from.
how is it? Oh, that's what I'm trying to get the point. Now. How is it grooming if you're not in contact with that person, if you're not talking with them, if you're not befriending them? How is it grooming that you wait a year?
You've been watching them for a year, first of all.
Okay, you paid attention to it, sure, but you didn't talk to them. How is it grooming? Because grooming, I think, implies that you have direct contact with them throughout the whole year.
So, what were you doing throughout the year?
Nothing, just minding, just living your own life.
You were watching them.
No, dude. Now you're implying that the guy is with binoculars, with a calendar on his hand and a clock, just counting the time. No,
There's no Joe Goldbergs here, okay? But you specifically waited until she turned 18 to advance, to make moves on her.
okay. Let's say you waited until 19 or 20. Let's say you just knew this person at 17.
Why would you wait until 19 or 20?
What?
Why would you wait 2 more years?
Let's say that for some reason you met this person at 17,
Okay.
and then you didn't meet her again until she was 20. Is it okay to date her then, or did you still groom her because you met her at 17?
It's always okay to date them no matter what age they are.
But it's not grooming then because you
There's a
didn't.
thing. Look,
What?
you can anyone. Look, all the people complain about age. It's just that we have created a moral thing in the United States where you have to be a certain amount of age to date someone.
Yeah, I know.
You can date anybody you want at any age. It don't matter.
Wow, you completely took a whole different take. Okay, cool.
But what you're saying that you're waiting until they turn? You're just watching them till they turn that age to ask them out.
No, you're not watching them. You're just aware of the fact.
You're having no contact.
Exactly.
You're not a groomer. You're just a creepy person.
Why is it creepy? Why?
Because
You're
waiting
watching
for them to hit the clock.
So you can make your moves on them and pretty much force them to have sexual relations with you.
Force, bro. Where did force come from? Even if they don't force, it is creepy. What the? You don't have to force. You don't have to bring force in. Because force.
Wow, that's a really bad precedent because it's like a precedent that okay, you met this girl when she was a minor, and since you knew her when she was a minor, you can never get with her again, even when she becomes an adult because that's creepy.
That's a social thing that you don't have to. You don't. That doesn't really matter. If you care about other people's opinions, that's on you.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
Like there are people who still date.
Like legally, like there's some countries it's like 13 or what.
Like I know about. Nah, I don't know. I think.
Yeah, that's true. It varies in different countries. I think in the UK it's 16, and in other countries it's way lower. But we tend to judge it by America standards, which is 18.
I mean, even in America, some states
The
have
fact
17,
that you are putting somebody in a situation where they're watching a child become an adult, and waiting till it's a few years after they're an adult to make a move on them, that is creepy.
Yeah, I would agree. You are being creepy if you keep tabs on them. But what if you just moved on in their life? You just happen to meet them later in your life.
I guess we're gonna ignore the fact you thought they were cute when they were 16.
Dude, you can think a bunch of things are, but you don't have to. When you don't have to act on it.
Yeah, that's true. I've never once thought anyone under like 20 was cute though.
That's a straight up lie.
Oh,
That's a straight up lie.
I've never met anyone under 20 that I've been attracted to like that.
Yeah, that's just you're just completely full of shit. And this is after you said that age doesn't matter, basically.
From like I said, it doesn't. In the realities of the world, age does not matter. But it's just a thing that societies have set because they
So
think.
you don't agree? So you don't you agree with those settings that we put as society?
I couldn't care less personally. It depends on the individual. You can't judge a single person based off of everyone else. Yeah, some of them may be pretty freaking stupid and not have the mental capacity to understand what they're getting themselves in. But there also are a whole bunch more that aren't and can understand the whole situation. So it depends on the. It's tough to gauge it. You can't put everyone in the same bucket, you know.
Well, one of the reasons that I hear people say nowadays that your brain doesn't fully develop until you're like 25 or something like that.
So that as soon as his brain developed, he went for an underage girl.
I don't know, dude. I don't know why you're even judging it because you say you wouldn't care.
That's your hero. I'm asking. You should know him.
Dude, you would do the same thing because you don't care about these rules that we put about about age.
I'm not attracted to Tanamoju.
I'm not either. I don't know why he did it, but whatever.
But I agree that at 25, when his brain became fully developed, the first thing in his mind was, I'm going to go for a 17-year-old, knowing full and well that in his country, you got to wait till 18.
I imagine saying that, let's move to the UK for like a little bit. Because over there is totally legal.
It actually is. Like 16, I think.
Yeah.
See, he could have done that. It's like, hey, let's go film something in the UK.
The question was, how did it even get brought up? That's one thing I don't even know.
Because Tana kept talking about it too.
But
Tana kept mentioning it. She kept dropping hints about that she flat out said it a couple of times before that she hooked up with Cody.
It's just that like people started questioning because I believe like in one interview she said that she now realizes what he did was wrong. So my question was, why?
People grow up, they realize stuff they did in their past wasn't right. I mean,
technically this realization should have been, well, technically he already knew that he fucked up when
he knew. And here's what I'm going to say: you should never fool around or have a girlfriend that's a YouTube creator or a boyfriend, because anything that happens in your relationship is going to become public.
Even if she was not a YouTube creator, if she had like enough evidence like text and stuff, she could have still.
I like how you're ignoring the fact that she was underage.
Bro, don't even take the high road because you already said that you would date a 12-year-old because you don't care what society thinks. So I don't know what kind of road you want to take here, buddy.
Okay, now you're just putting words in my mouth.
No, I know. That's literally what you said. You literally said that you don't care about society's rules because you do whatever you want, and that includes the age of consent, buddy.
And that does include the age of consent. But not once in my mind have I ever looked at anyone underage and been like, wow, I'm going to go to prison for that.
No, you probably have. You probably have.
Because he's not in prison, so it's not a big deal.
Well, in this case, as in this drama, I don't even think that Kevin Spacey was sent to prison. He was canceled, and that was way worse. So when it comes to these situations, they don't always go to prison. You know what I mean? Most of them just get canceled, and they just come back later when people forgive them.
No, the thing was that in Kevin Spacey's case, they didn't have enough evidence. So, like, here's the thing. when this thing goes to court, you need to have enough evidence. Like the
I
person who's
know.
pressing the charges needs to put, and in Spacey's case, it was not enough evidence to make it certain that he did something. That doesn't mean that he did not. So he was, just because there was not enough evidence to prove that he did something, he was let go. He's like, hey, you are so he still has the charges. Those charges won't go away, because in order for him to make those charges go away, he would have to provide the evidence that he didn't do anything at all, which he didn't do.
Weren't there eyewitness to the whole thing?
No, yeah, but the thing is that they say it like this, like, did you so you saw them go together in a room, but can you be certain that they did something that they are
I
going
know,
to
I know, I know, I know. But in that case, it would be the same with Codico, because the only thing that we know from the Codicos, the facts or the evidence, would be that there's eyewitness that saw him with Tana even making out with her.
Yeah,
Uh,
Gabby Hanna saw him
exactly.
making out,
But they
but
wouldn't be
she
able to
didn't
prove
see.
what happened.
Yeah,
They
but
wouldn't be able to prove it happened in private.
yeah, like she can't prove that they actually fucked. It would just be like, hey, we believe you, we just need evidence that he actually fucked you. You know, if they were going to press charges, which they're not. So the only thing that's going to happen to Kodiko would be like, the public is going to be like, you did something wrong, brother. You're cancer. Get the fuck out of here. We thought you were a good guy, but you turned out to be a creep. That's all going to happen.
I mean,
Yeah.
you think that a YouTube commentator is a good?
What? You got cut off, bro.
Why would you think a YouTube commentator is a good guy?
That's
People
true.
believe that kind of. The thing is that, so people
I don't believe it.
here's the problem with people. They see someone famous, they see someone make some kind of thing, they believe like they start holding that person to a higher standard,
That's
and
true.
then they start so like, and for that person also, like all these famous people, all these celebrities and stuff, because they are in kind of like a PR business, all the conversations that they show on TV, how they act in public, it's all like, in a way, like they have to say those stuff just in order to not cause controversy and just be in people's good image. That's all. Like, it's all fake.
I would agree with what you said, that when once we tend to hold celebrities or people like that to a higher standard, but when it comes to YouTubers and commentary channels, I don't hold them to a higher standards.
Yeah.
I think they're just people commentating or whatever's happening on the internet. They're flawed people, and they probably have a lot of
Yeah,
bunch of skeletons
it's
in
just
their
that with the
closet
kind
too.
of content he
But
made, like with Kodiko, the content.
Cody skeletons are pretty young.
No, the thing was that with the content Kodiko was making, people started thinking like, oh, he's a good guy. He's criticizing all this awful bunch of people.
I wouldn't think that if I saw Codico. Actually, I think Codico, and I don't think any commentary channel that I watch is a good guy or a saint,
Yeah,
or he's doing it.
like people,
Uh,
like the thing is that with even like the critical guy, people are like, oh, he's a good guy. Why is he not doing
fuck
this?
critical, dude. I like Charlie, but I don't think he's the beacon of morality or anything.
Yeah.
I don't expect him to be a saint either.
Yeah,
I
but the
expect
thing
him
is
to
that,
fuck up
that's what
too.
people do. Like when you are in certain kind of a space of commentary, like commentary can be like kind of like Keemstar, where you don't care about any kind of shit. You just try to just get some controversy out of it. So like Keemstar, people won't hold Keemstar to be like a moral beacon because kind of shit he does. But
I know what you mean.
yeah, but so that kind of thing also happens. So with Koriko, his fan base, if they believe that he is the beacon of morality, and apparently what he did, he will lose it. But the fan, if they are only watching it just to be like, ha ha ha, look at that fucking idiot, then they won't care. They'll just continue watching it.
I mean,
I'm one of those people. I think.
I remember when Shane Dawson was accused of having sexual relations with a cat. I still stuck by him.
Me too, bro. I don't even know why they got canceled over that. He didn't. He didn't have sexual relationships with a cat per se.
Technically, he got cancelled over his poor taste of jokes rather than. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he did a bunch of jokes that were
Yeah.
to minors.
People don't get humor.
Yeah,
What can I
that's
say?
the thing. So that's the problem. Like there are people fired because they made a tongue-in-cheek Twitter post and people took it at face value and they were like, "Look at this guy, find this person."
So do I agree with his what he did? No,
I mean, either, dude.
I don't even know who he is.
I know who he is. I'm like, he knew what he was doing. So for him, there is no reasoning he can give. He the thing was that he was in a position where he was getting close to someone, and he was like, okay, when you're close to someone, you're like, a bit attraction was there on her side too, and he was like, okay, we can just fool around a bit. And at
Well, of
that
course,
moment, he should have had better judgment to not do that, and he let his judgment slip because he was thinking from his dick, and he fucked her.
well, according to Rock, she just slept with.
No, they were making content together, so it's not just one. Like it could have been like a bunch of time they fucked.
Hey,
I think this will blow over fairly quickly
Yeah,
because
but no, because the thing is that the nature of it too. Like a lot of people are going to rationalize by saying like, okay, it's a 17-year thing. Like she was
nothing.
a 17-year-old, and it's close to that, and they both were knowing. They both knew what they were doing, and it was not a big deal. Like it's just like one of those areas where they would be like, even though from a
Not,
standpoint it's wrong, but they would rationalize because they like the dude.
bro, there's no. Y'all don't have children. You don't understand what it's like.
Bro, okay, Roke has
It,
you don't have.
damn.
Bro, Roke understand. Hey Roke, from a dad's standpoint, what the fuck would you do if Tana was your daughter? Would you punch the shit out of Kodiko?
no, honestly, no. This totally reminds me, Ash, and you probably know this too, that Doctor Disrespect he got banned for this too
Oh,
because
Doctor Disrespect, he was fucked.
Who?
yeah, Doctor, you know Doctor Disrespect is the guy that plays with like a mustache, and he's like a boomer that plays shooting games. He
Who?
was very big. Doctor Disrespect, bro. Like, god
I,
damn it, bro. It's like you live under a rock.
I don't watch those streamers. I watch black streamers.
I don't watch Doctor Disrespect either, and I know all about his drama too. But anyway, yeah, this happened to Doctor Disrespect too. But with Doctor Disrespect, he was sexting with a minor, so he didn't hook up with her officially like Cody did, but
Do
he
you
was
understand
sexting.
what thing means?
What?
Do you know what sex is?
What?
Oh no, you tell. Okay, you okay? School me then. Tell me what sexting is.
That's cool, man.
You're texting sexually.
No, wow.
It may, dude.
Can
It may,
Oh
somebody beat this guy up?
Who would have known, dude? This guy has the bravest takes that I've ever heard. This guy's just a genius.
I mean, look, you're the one defending it.
I'm not. When did I defend this?
Look, roll the clip back. He was just sexting a minor. Just sexting a minor. What? Do you know what
No,
that means?
this is what happens with him, and
You know
the,
To Catch a Predator was formed because people were sexting minors.
yeah, I know exactly.
So that's all he was doing. He was just sexting a minor. What?
No, I'm saying in comparison to Codico, where he actually hooked up with the girl, and in Doctor Disrespect case, he was just sexting.
Just sexting.
And then it's in contrast with Codico.
What did he actually say or do? Did he send pictures of himself?
Apparently, no. Well, apparently, what he did was he asked for them to record themselves.
That's even worse.
Yeah. Well, wait, is that worse than actually hooking up with a minor?
Did they say what he did with those pictures, those videos?
No, I don't think they haven't even provided the evidence of those videos.
Because every P word knows you don't keep that stuff on your main phone. They always have, especially because he's rich and famous. He's got like 3 phones.
He's a married guy.
Marriage doesn't stop anyone from doing anything. Let's be honest.
No, but he's a mature guy. He's like an older guy with a wife and a couple of kids.
Did those kids send him pictures too, or has he already seen them?
Jesus Christ, yeah.
That's not my name. Call me Chaos King. I'm not Jesus, but thank you for the sentiments. I'm just speaking up for what's right.
Well, no, he got canceled over it too, and a company that he was attached to, a video game company or something like that, had to drop him. I think he was the co-founder of that company, or like a founder or something.
The GoFundMe, was he using?
No,
Was
I'm talking about a company that he had that he worked with, and then they have to fire him from his own company over this incident, and they banned him from Twitch, from everywhere. I think.
So he's not on their payroll anymore under any name.
I don't particularly know about
Because
his income.
there's
I'm
a
not really sure.
publicly firing someone and completely removing them from the books. Because no one's got books. Especially one of the reasons the company's.
Well, the thing with these influencers and these popular people, they have a bunch of source of income, right? So maybe he got banned on Twitch and he's not gonna make any more money there, but maybe he'll still make money on YouTube
He's
from
probably
his videos.
Those videos the kids sent him, he's probably selling those.
If you say so, buddy.
We'll get him maybe triple of what he makes on YouTube. He can retire off that stuff.
Do you remember that reel that I sent you where the guy is like, "Oh, dude, you finally made it as a big content creator." It's like, I'm happy for you. What are you gonna do?" And he's like, "I just love kids now."
Bro, Jeff, I can't believe you did it. All your blood, your sweat, your tears, your hard work, the sleepless nights of grinding content creation, and you finally blew up. You're finally making a difference for your loved ones and those around you, man. How does that feel? Not gonna lie, I am deeply in love with kids.
Is this nigga serious?
Because apparently that's what happens when you become a huge content creator. You become a predator. Which one do you think is worse, Ash? The DrDisrespect or the Cody one?
Before that, I have a question related to sexting.
Okay.
So, like, do people just text like what they want to do to someone? Like, oh,
This is adorable. This is Ash learning about how to sex. You want tips on how to sex, buddy?
no,
Take a pic.
no,
Yeah.
do they send pictures too from sexting?
Depends. Yeah.
Or
Most of them do.
Do they send like voice kind of thing too, like moans or stuff like that?
It depends, but yeah, they do all that. They can do all that.
And they just type like, "Hey, this is what I'm doing to you," and they are like, "Okay, this is what I am doing to you."
That's easier on a phone call. Yeah.
Why don't
And
they
can also
Exactly
FaceTime.
what I was going to ask. Why don't they call and just say that stuff rather than text? Because isn't it like, okay, like let's just say,
Kids, so that
let's just say a girl,
got count.
like imagine you're doing something and then you have to stop that and text and then like go back to it and then read it again and then go back to it. Isn't it inconvenient?
No.
Okay.
It's another form of the same thing.
You gotta
And
understand.
so you do all of them, basically. You sex and you do FaceTime and you ask for pictures.
Technically, you're not doing sex. You're just self-pleasuring.
No,
That's why
you're
it's-
basically writing a fanfic together.
Yeah, but
A sexual
you're
fanfic
just,
together.
At the end of the day, you both are just masturbating together, but pretending that it's a sex.
It's almost like that is sex. Wow.
I've done it and I don't enjoy it.
Because you weren't doing it right.
No, it's just I just rather do it on real life. Do it in real life. I don't like sexting. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't get me hot or anything.
So you want to be in control of them. Always be with.
I'm not. I'm saying the up. What? How am I saying that?
Because you're not always going to be with the person.
I done it to please the other person and maybe to please myself a little bit or to try it.
That's
But
why
then
you
after I did it, I didn't feel anything.
do it for you and them, not just for them.
I know that's what I said. It just doesn't. It doesn't intrigue me. Does it intrigue you, Ash?
Bro, I didn't even think about that. Like, it's not something I would do.
No, it's funny. The other day, there's a Supernatural fan that I talked to, and she didn't know about the fan fiction that people make about Supernatural. And I didn't realize she didn't know because I thought it was obvious. You know, people write fan fiction for shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they have one for Supernatural where it's called Wincest.
Oh, so basically it's just Dean Winchester and Sam Winchester fucking each other?
Ah, goddamn.
So it's like that's what you get on. That's what there's like. That's not my thing, but that's what excites some people. The fan fiction you can make, but through text, like you said, like through text.
Yeah, but that's different. In that, technically, I kind of get it. Okay, you're imagining.
Wait, because you're not there.
Okay.
You add a little fantasy to it. Sometimes it's just directions, you know.
The most exciting thing for me about it at its core is that that person that you like is willing to participate in that with you. That's the cool thing about it, that they're willing to do it too because they have these sexual feelings towards you too. You know what I mean? So it's like that's cool and everything, and you can get some fulfillment out of that. But the actual act itself, at least for me, doesn't do much. It doesn't, doesn't make me horny, to put it that way.
You gotta have FaceTime.
And no, I don't particularly want to have FaceTime. I maybe if it was like my longtime girlfriend, something like that, maybe, you know. But when I'm meeting a girl, whatever, I don't often think about just going straight to the sexual. I just kind of want to get to know them first.
Agreed. Well, sometimes when you look at them, you're like, damn, and then it's like, okay.
Yeah, but that happened. That happened with DrDisrespect too. He got banned too, and then the other YouTube drama that was pretty big. It was Boogie.
I know
Boogie
y'all
is the
all the time. I don't know him.
Boogie's the fat guy. Boogie's like a very fat guy that got popular.
Oh,
What?
You're bringing Boogie now? Oh my god, that guy
Yeah,
is a train wreck. Bro, that guy blew all his money on prostitutes.
Bro, don't say that. They were high class escorts. High class escorts. There's a difference, bro. Listen, but now here's the thing about Boogie. Boogie is a fat guy that he got very popular in the internet for his Francis character. No, he's morbidly obese, or at least was. Now he's just obese. No.
Bro, shut.
I'm not morbidly obese.
Like, you haven't seen him. Like, oh, wait. Let me post a gif of him.
Guess what he did do? Okay, I'm gonna let you take a guess. What do you think he did to get in trouble?
Well, we're on the P word.
No, it's not related to that at all. It's not. It has nothing to do with minors.
I don't know. Then, what, he eat too much? He cheat on his wife?
No, you're not even close.
It has nothing to do with P word?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Did he beat his wife?
Okay, let me give you a little bit of some clues. This guy is sort of like an e-bagger. This guy, they made a documentary about him, how he spent all his money from all his fame on high-class escorts, not prostitutes, okay, Ash? High-class escorts.
There is a difference.
Yeah, so he could spend his, he could live out his dream of hooking up with hot girls.
Yeah.
He basically...
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I thought that was kind of base. When he said it, he just admits it in the documentary. He's like, okay, when I have money, I'm not a good-looking guy. Obviously, I'm a fat, not attractive guy. So when I had all this money, I wanted to take the opportunity to date hot girls. And he would date them, date them in a sense that he would buy them gifts. It wasn't just a sexual transaction that he had with them. He kind of treated them like mini girlfriends.
They're escorts, so it is completely a sexual transaction. Escorts aren't anything else. No offense to the escorts listening.
Yeah, I'm sure that's part of our fan base. So yeah, but okay, so that's something that you should know about this guy. He blew all his money on that and on other expenses. Then
Okay.
he turned into an e-bagger.
It's
Where
his money, right?
what?
It's his money.
Sure, yeah, he earned it through
So
his
what do
YouTube
I care what he
fame.
does? He ain't
Right,
doing
right.
anything.
Sure. The thing is, after that, he got broke because of spending all his money on that and on other things, and he started kind of like e-begging for money, not
What is
only
that?
for begging his fans, his fan base for money.
Why do I care? Just because I like someone doesn't mean I'm gonna give them money.
No, I'm just giving you hints to see if you can figure out what the guy did. Just so you should know, I'm just giving you a little bit explanation of his character. This guy's also what do you call it? Compulsive liar. He lies about a lot of things. He's also like he also had that victim mentality, where he
He's
kind of
like
like
you. He's like you.
I don't have a victim mentality.
Why doesn't it work?
That I'm actually a victim in that. It's because it doesn't work.
Right, it's working.
No. But the point is, yeah, this guy, he basically has this act that like, I know I messed up. I know I did all these things. I admit it. He admits to everything wrong that he did, and he admits that he's not gonna get basically any better. But he still plays on the petty of people and his fans for like to get some money.
But if he's admitting to all that he's done and all that he will do and he'll continue to do, then it's not pity. Anyone giving it to him is just they understand the situation and they're choosing to do it.
Yes, yeah, exactly. You can let's say if he was your friend, you could help him out, right? Like if he made a mistake or whatever,
And he admits to doing it and he says he'll continue to do it. No.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem, that he doesn't learn anything from it. He doesn't become a better
He doesn't
person.
have to learn, but I also don't have to help him.
Yeah, but the thing is that a lot of people are lulled into this sense of like, because he sounds very genuine and you take pity on him, where he tells all his story or whatever.
Yeah, what's the saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, F the peace signs, load the chopper and let it rain on you.
Yeah, in this case, it's like fool me 4 times, fool me 5 times, fool me 6 times.
Fooled that many times, you're the problem, not him.
Oh, what do you mean he's not the problem? He's the biggest part of it. You're part of the problem. People that...
How are you getting fooled that many times?
Bro, you're basically saying that a scammer is not at fault. The problem is the people that get scammed.
They are at fault for getting scammed. You gotta realize. Look, but
it all begins with the scammer.
I got a text last weekend that was like, they've used $2,000 something from your bank account at Target. Was it you? You know what? I was like, nah, it wasn't me. And
nah, that's
like,
probably you, bro. Buying Funkos there.
I'll give you a call real quick to confirm it. And I'm like, okay. And they called me. You know what I did? I didn't answer because my bank's closed on Saturday. I know that.
But still, you're how do I say this? You're taking away the responsibility of the scammer in this whole situation.
The scammer's job is to scam. He's doing his job fantastically. I can't fault him for his hustle. Can I?
Scamming is not a legal job.
For being upset about getting scammed. Not the first time. The first time it happens, you're fooled. The second time, you should have been known by then. Like, why is it still happening? 3 times, you're doing it on purpose at this point. 4 times, like Kanye said, it's a choice.
Well, listen.
Why does the same person get scammed over and over again?
Listen, here's what he did this time, okay? So he had a bunch of medical bills because he seems like he's so obese or whatever. He has a bunch of health problems. And he said to his fan base that he got cancer.
Okay.
So
look, that means he got a minimum, maybe 3 years.
No.
What stage did he have?
No, it goes deeper than that because as he explains it, he didn't get the bad cancer. This is how he explains it, dude. He said, I didn't get the dark souls of cancer. I got the Animal Crossing of cancer.
What's that?
Basically means that it's a lot less harmful and the life expectancy is way longer. It's like 20 years or 30 years. You can live
Okay.
with this cancer.
Oh, well, good for. I'm glad he's got a long time.
It seems like he had. He said that he was diagnosed with that form of cancer, which is like one of the less harmful cancer there is, right? He
That's good.
said that he got diagnosed, that his doctor diagnosed him, that his brother, who's a doctor too, confirmed the diagnosis. His girlfriend saw it too, but he doesn't want to reveal the diagnosis to anybody.
It's none of our business.
When
That's
he's
his
using,
diagnosis.
the problem
That's
is that he's
your
kind of
business.
using. The problem is,
So
well,
his health problems are your business. If you want to give money to help, that's up to you. But that's his business. Like a lot of people can't mind their own business. I don't see how hard that is. You know, mind your business. Was it you? Was it if you f around, you're gonna find out. I'm not mad at the scammer.
yeah, you got
I
some weird ass morals, bro. Really weird.
How is it morals? The scammer is doing what he needs to do to get his money. Just like I work a job to get my money. That's what the scammer does. And guess what? If y'all are believing what he's saying, that's great. That doesn't mean you got to give money. But if you're giving money, you should not be mad that he lied about it. Because you gave money with the intent to help him, and you did help him.
But it was a lie.
So you're helping him. So you're saying if he had been honest, then would they have given money?
You're giving money based on the truth that he said he had cancer. You want to
And
help him out because of that.
Who's to say he doesn't have cancer?
Him, because he's not. He won't show the diagnosis from the doctor.
So
That
you want
says
him to show his health condition that has nothing to do with you because you don't believe him. It doesn't matter if he's lying or not. His personal health. It's not like he's talking about like STDs and someone saying he's spreading STDs around. This is his personal
no,
death.
this is actually worse than that.
He
This
was
is using
diagnosed
cancer as a way to get money.
because you don't believe him. That's none of your business. The fact that he even mentioned it, that is none of your business. But he said that he had cancer. Whether he does or doesn't matter. That's all he said. If you give him money based off that, okay. But you have no right to his medical information. This isn't a sexual thing. It's not a virus spreading around.
So you have no right to demand. So you don't have no right to demand any kind of proof when he's using cancer as a way to collect money from his fan base.
Cancer. If you're
What?
donating to people, look, people with cancer, they got like what? If you have like an early stage cancer, your life expectancy isn't long to begin with. If you're donating to that, that's really nice to help out the family with these medical bills. And you clearly have money for that. Not me. I don't do that.
What do you think, Ash?
They are both responsible.
What's the scammer doing? Why would he be at
Scammer
fault?
is responsible for scamming. The people who are giving are responsible because they know this person is not to be trusted, yet they are trusting him and giving the money.
I don't understand why you're saying he's not to be trusted. What did he do?
Ash, do you think it's right to demand from a person like that that's using cancer to get money to show proof that he has that cancer?
I mean, if he is asking people, they are saying like, hey, we trust you that you got cancer. Just show us the diagnosis so we can verify that you have cancer.
Yeah, but that's
So
really,
the problem is you're only giving money. You're not giving money out of the goodness of your heart. You're only giving money because you want to make sure that he's dying.
No, there's the difference. You are giving him money not because you. So he has cancer. You're giving him money because he has cancer. So since he's asking, he has.
When I
cancer,
give money
he
to
has
somebody
prove-
with-
like for example, let's say you went to a restaurant to buy a sandwich. They have to give you the sandwich. You're giving money for the sandwich.
A restaurant? That's not a person.
Like it's the same thing.
You know, you don't pay
This is
for
a
restaurant.
YouTuber who's like, hey, I have cancer, please help me. It's kind of like a fun thing. So you can think of him as a replacement for an
So
organization. He's asking
so
for funding. He's asking like, hey, fund my
so
cancer
basically,
treatment.
they're only
Please
giving
go for
Munster
me.
giving money because he has cancer, not to help him out.
No, they are
No,
giving money because
actually,
he's really
chaos.
sick.
Actually, chaos. He has that out because he can say easily, "Yes, I said I have cancer, but not every money that's donated to me goes to that." He could say that,
Oh, well, why would it?
bro. But that's just an
Why would
excuse.
it?
That's just an
That's the other
escape.
thing.
That's just an escape of the scammer. That's just a scammer trying
Hey,
to escape.
escorts aren't cheap. Of course, all the money's not going to go to cancer.
No, he's not using escorts anymore. He has a girlfriend now.
Yeah, he's not using escorts. She can probably help pay for it.
But so Ash, you do agree with me that the people that are donated to him does they do need some proof, and it's like rightfully so, right?
They want, but
Right.
it's not if it's his.
No, they should show us, but because this is another part of the aspect of it. Boogie is a person that has shown everything in his life. He's a guy that makes his life his content. So he talks about his depression. He talks about all the shameful things that he did. He overshares all of that. He overshares stuff
So
that
you're
he.
saying it's impossible for him to have something that he doesn't feel like sharing?
Yes, exactly. It's very suspicious that when he's claiming that he has a cancer and he has shown everything right, and he's kind of milking it, he doesn't want to show proof that he has cancer. When this guy overshares everything, why would he have a problem showing his medical records if he's not lying?
You ever feel like that's something that actually makes him not want to do the YouTubes because he sees it as, yeah, he's got cancer, and pretty much when you think you have cancer, that's like almost an auto death sentence.
I am aware of it.
Are
I
you?
understand that.
Like, do you know people in your life who have had cancer and had to go through that? And it's not something you go around just talking to people about, because that makes it even more.
The importance here is that the importance
The
is
importance
claiming you have cancer and proving it. That's all. It's not that cancer is not this horrible thing. I agree with that.
If you need proof, don't give money. If you don't need proof, give money.
What?
It's not your. He's not even your friend.
Yeah,
you don't even know.
That's why they're saying, hey, we will help you. Like, for example, when you ask bank for a loan, bank is like, hey, can you give us the documents to prove that you can pay?
I don't know. I don't. I took a college loan, but they didn't ask me anything. They threw it at me.
They're gonna ask if you have some kind of income to back up that loan.
Oh, no.
The bank. That's what they do. No, but in Ash case is what it's saying.
Yeah, in my case, okay. Like they asked, like, hey, we need collateral so that we can.
Exactly.
So the guy that you don't even know. Because I think we can all agree, like most of the YouTube the people on
the thing. Let's just say, what do you need? You need money.
Life is a lie.
Look, what do you need? You need money. The person who you're asking money from is saying like, hey, I'll give you the money, give me the proof. You need money. The person is saying, I'll give you the money. All you have to do is do the proof. That's the nature of their agreement. There is no agreement. Define that agreement because you don't give it.
No agreement. Because he's not a part of it. He's just saying, give me money. Answer. And you know what?
I'm saying you're
telling me
giving.
that every
like
person that's
your agreement is, hey,
walking up and having a direct
for you, the agreement is like, hey, somebody asks me for money, you'll give it to them if you care about them, right? That's your way of agreement. For the person he's asking money from, their way of agreement is, hey, you show us, all you have to do is show us that you have cancer and we'll give you all the money that you need.
That I would give money to. They don't know him. They can't physically go up to him and ask him
for other people. It's something that they have to define within themselves.
That's why
there is
it's
no
their
one line.
own fault.
There is no rule like, hey, all agreement has to work like this only. That doesn't work that way.
I don't think you understand that they don't have direct communication with him. So how can they confirm anything or even ask anything for that? They can't.
Okay. So here's
Because
what
they
you're
don't know
missing.
him. They're
Here's what
donating
you're
money
missing.
to a
The
stranger
people
on the
who are
internet.
asking proof are not the fans,
Social
but the
media
other
stuff
YouTubers.
is fake.
That's what
So
you're
they're going
missing.
off of
Ash,
reality and
just stop, bro. Just stop. He's purposely going on the contrary to whatever you're saying.
But he
Okay.
on
doesn't
the
even have
contrary,
anything
and
in
the
return to
people
say.
getting scammed are the one at fault. They don't know the person. They're basing it off of videos that he edits, or he has an editor edit to make it look certain way. Like,
Okay.
what
Well,
are
let
you
me ask you
telling
this, Chaos.
people?
So let me ask you this. So you
Yes,
think
sir.
it's okay to lie and say you have cancer and scam your
Yeah.
fans?
I don't care if you have cancer or not. Go ahead. It's your life. It's not mine.
Okay, bro. Then you don't really care. Okay. But here's another added thing to this. Boogie recently.
Yeah, have stage 7 cancer.
No. No. I don't wish cancer on anybody, dude. It's not like I want him to have cancer. The problem that I have.
I'm that way.
No, of course not. The problem that I have is scamming people with it. You know what I mean? Using it as a means to grift.
I have a problem with scammers. A scammer, like, have you never worked a job? The biggest scam artist is your
Managers.
boss.
Yeah, bosses are the biggest scammers. They are like, hey,
No,
bro,
but-
you do my job, you do this work, and we'll give you the raise, we'll give you promotion. Then next year they are like, oh, next year you will get it, definitely, and that's how they keep you on the.
No, but here's another aspect to it.
Bro, and
Okay.
you know what's funny? All these bosses, they are the biggest scammers, and they are the one who use the word trust but verify. Like anytime
Family.
you do something, they're like, okay.
Bro.
But
I
verify.
I hate when a company says we're a family. That's like my first indication that these people are full of shit.
Yeah.
I don't pay my family to help me out, guys.
I don't even like my family. Okay, that's not a good model for me. But here's another aspect to this. Okay, Boogie recently did what some people call a crypto scam. He promoted like a Bitcoin or something like that. That was supposedly like a pump and dump. It wasn't gonna lead anywhere, right? Basically, these what?
Pump and dump.
You know what I
Is
mean?
that what sports?
What?
Pump and dump.
What? What about it?
What is that?
It's basically when you create. I'm not an expert on this. Okay, do you know what I'm talking about, Ash?
Pump and dump? Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe Ash can explain it better
basically
than me.
what they do is like they would pump a lot of money and then they would tell people to put the money in something, so people will start putting money in. The price of that thing will rise, and then they will take the money out and leave it.
Exactly, and bail, and leave all the other investors to like suffer.
Like the
But
GME
Logan-
thing,
that what
GME
Logan
thing
called
was
it?
pump and dump. Like the GME stock
No.
thing was pump and dump. A lot of people
Isn't that
pumped in money
called-
and they took it off.
Yeah, so if it keeps happening, why do people keep following for it? Just don't do it.
Because some of them are legit, and some of them are not so
No, the
legit.
thing
You
is
never
that
quite know.
The problem with pump and dump is like a lot of people get in thinking like the price will get more and more in the long term, and they don't realize that the person who's asking them to do that is going to take the money out once its price hits a certain point. And then there are a
exactly.
lot of people who are like, we'll be smart. We will fool this person before we get fooled. So they are like, we'll get the money out before the other person gets the money out, and they all fuck themselves up. Oh shit, sorry. Not the F-bomb.
Call a risk reward.
Yeah.
No.
Well, okay. So here's the thing. Boogie promoted Bitcoin that did this. Okay, and he basically got paid $10,000 for it. To promote something that he said.
You can get a good escort for that.
Oh yeah, sure. He promoted. This is another thing. This is another way out that he made for himself. He promoted this coin ironically, but he said, "Okay, hey, people, buy this Bitcoin, whatever. It's called Fatty Coin. You're not gonna make any money out of it. You're just gonna be cool." Or it's basically he promoted ironically saying, "This is a loser investment. You're not gonna win any money out of it."
What? A Doge?
Sorry, what?
Like Dogecoin.
I think Dogecoin had more worth than this, but whatever.
But it was nothing. Then people.
Well, anyway, he promoted this supposedly to help with his medical bills, to get $10,000 to help with his medical bills. You know what I mean? Because supposedly he has cancer, and he's getting treated for that cancer. That's all. This is what he's been saying all along. He's been sharing all this information with his community and his fan base. Like he's going through a cancer struggle, through a cancer journey, basically, and he needs money to pay the medical bills. You guys can hear me, right? Am I coming in okay?
Yes. We are hearing everything that you've been saying.
Okay. So he basically justified. What? Yes.
You got this, Boogie.
Dude. So he basically justified scamming his fans because he needed the money for medical bills. Here's the problem. The problem is that Destiny and Nicholas Diorio and Mr. Medicare, like a bunch of internet creators, starting questioning Boogie about the legitimacy of his cancer. Murahara was one of them too. Is that his name?
They basically said like, "Hey, we'll give you this much money. All you have to do is show the proof."
Exactly. These people basically raised a pot to have Boogie show his medical records just to prove everybody wrong and that he actually has cancer. And they
a bunch of these famous YouTubers tried to embarrass a man with cancer to get him to reveal his medical information because they don't believe in cancer.
The man was already embarrassed, brother. They were like, "Hey, this is your chance to prove everything right."
Not being embarrassed. He is begging for money. He said scamming. He admitted to scamming people for money. And they said they would give him a large sum. They put a big pot together. And they tried to embarrass him into showing what he was diagnosed with. When it's none of their
not business. Embarrass him. They're trying to get him to prove it. They weren't the ones that made this claim in the first place. It was Boogie. They're just saying, prove it, dude. Prove it with your medical records. And if you prove it with your medical records, we'll shut up about it. You prove us wrong, and we'll give you money for your treatment.
Records. What does that got to do with them?
Because
if they don't give money, then don't give him money. Why are you trying to embarrass a dying man? What happens if... So let's just say... I don't know what happened, but let's just say he doesn't give them money because I'm not going to lower myself to do that or whatever. And then he dies of cancer. Then what?
Then nothing.
Then what? They just all started a riot against this innocent man?
Dude.
Now we're man dying of cancer.
You are a very simple...
Because his medical records are none of your business.
You are a very simple man. Yeah. Some might say you evolved from monkeys. You are a very simple man because these people are not saying that he doesn't have cancer. He say they just want the proof. They're not denying that there's a possibility that he has cancer.
Medical records.
What?
They want the medical records of someone that's not themselves.
Because this person has already claimed that they have cancer. Yes.
So what more does he need to do?
Just show the medical records.
For what?
To prove that he has cancer. That his doctor diagnosed
him like a how do I say this? An escort. They're going to pay him for his records. They're putting money in his face to dance for them, for the entertainment of all you people who watch that kind of stuff. That's disgusting.
They're basically saying it like this. We cannot believe that you're lying, but we can't prove entirely that you're lying. However, if you can prove that you're not lying, not only will you prove us wrong, we'll give you money on top of it to help you with your medical bills. So how is that wrong?
They're flashing money in front of a dying man's face.
Because he needs that. He scammed people for $10,000, which is a lot less than $80,000, which is what they were offering. And he justified the scam for the medical records, but he can't show his medical records for $80,000.
Yeah. He doesn't know any of you people. Why would he?
He's the one that made this public and made it a thing.
If you believe him and you donated to him, that's on you. If you believe him and you didn't donate to him, that's on you. If you didn't believe him and you didn't donate to him, that's on you. Like, I'm confused by what the problem is. Why is he required to show his medical records when he's not begging for your money? He's just saying, help me out. And while you're not helping him out, he's scamming people on crypto. Scammers scam. That's what they do. Like, his medical information is none of your business.
Boogie wouldn't consider himself a scammer, even though he is.
All these random people on YouTube are so entitled that they think that someone else's life can be bought for $80,000 because they don't believe them.
That's what I said in the beginning. When
I hope he has cancer.
When it comes to regulating the YouTube community, YouTube itself doesn't do it, so the community has to do it. And when they see people like Boogie scamming people, they talk about it and they expose them.
They're making fun of him for views and taunting him just because
I'm not saying they're doing it for like the noble reason of exposing somebody. They're probably doing it for views too. It could probably be like a mixed bag, but at the same time, what they're doing, for whatever reason they're doing it, it's the right thing because they're exposing a scammer.
They're not exposing anything. You said he admitted a scammer. First of all, you said he admitted to it, right?
He admitted to no. You have to know Boogie to know all this because Boogie.
This dude, he's died. He's gonna be dead in like 2 years.
No, here's the thing. He's probably gonna die of other health reasons, not cancer.
He's gonna die because he's fat.
Wow, that's terrible.
I don't want Boogie to die. That's not my whole reason. I am mad that he kind of like lied about this and then he doubled down on it. Then he just made this fake justification of like, yeah, I have dignity, so I'm not gonna show my medical record. Well, he has shown he has no dignity already. You know what I mean?
I don't think you understand
how
what.
the fuck showing medical records affects your dignity? Can anybody explain?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm not gonna share that one thing about my life, even I already shared all the medical problems that I have. I already share them, but I don't want to share this cancer thing, this specific thing, because even though I know it's true, I have too much dignity to do it.
I don't think y'all understand the situation.
I don't think you do because you don't even know who the fuck Boogie is.
You don't have sympathy, human, for what cancer really is.
That whole thing has been crazy, bro. Because so you know about it, Ash, right? About the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, because Charlie covered it. Charlie covers a lot of like Boogie.
Yep.
And they talk about him too in the official podcast. And one of the co-hosts from Charlie's podcast was asking for proof like years ago.
His name was coming and Keemstar was like, "Who the F is this guy?"
Who the hell is Jackson? I know Jackson from the podcast.
That was funny.
But chaos, dude, you're unbelievable. So you're on the side of Boogie.
I don't care if he's scamming. People getting scammed deserve to get scammed.
You should go on and debate with all these people.
Dude, you would drive them crazy.
Yeah, you'll be famous.
You will be famous for real.
Records. Those are his personal. If he chooses to give his medical records, that's up to him. If he chooses not to, that's up to him. He's asking people to help him. If you don't want to help him, don't help him. If you want to help him, help him. It's that simple. It's up to you. If he's lying, that's on you. If he's telling the truth, that's on you.
You know what Chaos is, I think? Chaos is like a Yu-Gi-Oh player that has like a really shit deck, but he thinks he has the best deck in the world.
I do have.
You know what I mean?
Look, my fairy deck is untouched. Okay.
He's like this. Okay, I got a trump card. I got a trump card that's gonna trump everything. How about not caring?
Oh,
How about I don't care? That trumps
Every-
everything. Boom! I win.
this monster gains 400 attack points. So if I have 10 fairies in my graveyard, which I can use from a future fusion, put them all in my graveyard, and guess what? I can summon that fairy monster. He gets an instant 4,000 attack.